The silence that fills my days now is a constant reminder of the vibrant conversations we once shared. I miss the connection we had, and it's a struggle to cope with the emptiness left behind. The void left by our missed conversations feels insurmountable. Every day, I find myself yearning for the comfort and joy your words brought into my life. I keep replaying the sound of your voice in my mind, trying to fill the silence with memories of our talks. The absence of our conversations is a constant reminder of how much I miss you. Each moment without you feels like a battle against the emptiness left by our interactions. The silence that now surrounds me is a heavy reminder of how much I long for your presence. The gap created by your absence is filled with a profound sense of longing. I find myself struggling to come to terms with the reality of missing you and the conversations we used to have. Every day without our conversations is a reminder of how much I miss the comfort and joy you brought into my life. The silence feels like an endless void, and I'm struggling to fill it. I find myself lost in the memories of our talks, trying to find solace in what used to be. The silence now feels like a harsh reminder of how much I miss talking to you. The absence of your voice has created a void in my heart that nothing seems to fill. I'm grappling with the silence and the deep sense of loss that accompanies it. Each day without the sound of your voice feels incomplete. I'm struggling to navigate through the emptiness and the profound longing I feel for our conversations. The space you left behind with your absence is filled with an overwhelming sense of loss. I miss the connection we shared and the joy your words brought into my life. Every missed conversation is a reminder of the comfort and solace I once found in our talks. The silence that now surrounds me is a constant struggle to come to terms with. The emptiness left by your absence is a heavy burden. I keep replaying our conversations in my mind, trying to hold onto the comfort and connection they once provided. I find myself yearning for the days when our conversations were a regular part of my life. The silence now feels like a harsh reminder of how much I miss talking to you. The void left by our missed conversations is a constant struggle. I'm battling with the feelings of missing you and the profound sense of loss that comes with it. Each moment without you feels like a reminder of the joy and comfort your voice once brought into my life. The silence now feels like a heavy burden that I struggle to bear. The absence of our talks has created a profound emptiness in my heart. I'm struggling to adjust to the silence and the deep sense of longing for the connection we once shared. Every day without the sound of your voice feels incomplete. I'm grappling with the void left by our conversations and the profound sense of loss it brings. The space where your voice used to be is now filled with a deep sense of longing. I find myself constantly reminded of how much I miss talking to you and the comfort it brought. The silence that surrounds me now is a constant reminder of the vibrant conversations we once had. I'm struggling to cope with the emptiness left behind and the longing for your presence. I keep replaying the moments we used to share, trying to find comfort in the memories. The absence of our conversations is a harsh reminder of how much I miss you. Each day without you feels like a struggle to fill the void left by our talks. The silence is a heavy burden, and I'm constantly reminded of how much I long for your presence. The absence of our conversations has created a profound sense of loss. I'm battling with the emptiness and the deep longing for the connection we once had. The void left by your absence is a constant reminder of how much I miss talking to you. I'm struggling to navigate through the silence and the sense of loss it brings. Every moment without the sound of your voice feels like a reminder of the joy and comfort your words once provided. The silence now feels like a heavy burden that I can't escape. I find myself longing for the days when our conversations were a regular part of my life. The absence of your voice is a constant struggle, and I'm grappling with the emptiness it leaves behind. The space where your voice used to be now feels empty and cold. I'm struggling to cope with the silence and the profound sense of missing you that comes with it. The absence of our talks has created a void in my heart that nothing seems to fill. I'm constantly reminded of how much I miss the connection and joy your words brought into my life. Each day without you feels like a reminder of what I've lost. The silence that now surrounds me is a constant struggle to come to terms with the emptiness and longing I feel. Every day without you feels like a void I can't fill. The conversations we used to share, the laughter, the comfort, they're all memories I keep replaying, struggling to come to terms with the emptiness left behind. I find myself lost in thought, yearning for the sound of your voice. The silence that follows our missed conversations is a constant reminder of how much I miss you. It's as if a part of me is missing, and it's the part that connected with you. The more I think about our talks, the more I realize how deeply I miss the way you used to make everything seem all right. The echo of your words lingers in my mind, and each moment of silence reminds me of how much I crave our conversations. I'm struggling to cope with the absence of our shared moments. There's a void in my life where your presence used to be, and it's filled with an overwhelming longing to reconnect. Every day, I wrestle with the realization of how much I miss talking to you. I keep replaying our conversations in my mind, desperately trying to fill the emptiness with memories of the joy and comfort you brought into my life. It's a constant reminder of how much I miss you. Every silent moment is a reminder of how much I miss the sound of your voice. The conversations we had were more than just words. They were the essence of our connection, and now I feel a profound sense of loss. The distance between us has created a chasm in my heart, and I find myself longing for the times we used to talk. Each day without you feels like a struggle to keep moving forward. I'm caught in a whirlwind of emotions, trying to come to terms with how much I miss talking to you. The silence is deafening, and the void left by your absence is something I can't ignore. Every time I hear a familiar phrase or see something that reminds me of our conversations, it hits me all over again how deeply I miss you and the connection we shared. The emptiness I feel without you is a constant reminder of the joy you brought into my life through our conversations. I struggle every day to accept the reality of your absence. The moments we used to share are now memories I hold on to tightly. The absence of our conversations leaves me feeling adrift, struggling to find my way without the comfort of your words. I miss the way our conversations would light up my day. The silence now feels heavy and burdensome, a constant reminder of the connection that I so deeply miss. The gap left by your absence is filled with a profound longing for the times we used to talk. I find myself struggling to navigate life without the joy and solace your words once provided. Each day without our conversations feels incomplete. The silence is a harsh reminder of how much I miss talking to you and the way you made everything seem more bearable. The ache of missing you is magnified by the absence of our conversations. I find myself lost in thought, reminiscing about the times when your words were a source of comfort and happiness. The silence that surrounds me now is a painful reminder of the vibrant conversations we once had. I'm struggling to cope with the emptiness that your absence has created in my life. Every missed conversation feels like a piece of me is missing. The void left behind is filled with a deep sense of longing for the connection we shared and the comfort you brought into my life. The absence of our talks has left a gaping hole in my heart. I'm constantly battling with the feelings of missing you and the realization of how much your words meant to me. I keep searching for the comfort and joy that our conversations used to bring. The silence now feels like a constant reminder of how much I miss talking to you and the connection we once had. The void in my life is palpable without the sound of your voice. I find myself struggling to adjust to the silence and longing for the conversations that made everything feel right. Each day without you feels like a struggle to hold on to the memories of our talks. The emptiness is overwhelming, and I'm constantly reminded of how much I miss the connection we shared. The space you left behind is filled with a profound sense of loss. I miss our conversations more than words can express, and I find myself grappling with the silence that now surrounds me. The absence of our talks has created a void that nothing seems to fill. I'm continually reminded of how much I miss talking to you and the comfort your words brought into my life. I find myself yearning for the days when our conversations were a constant in my life. The silence now feels like a heavy burden, a constant reminder of how much I miss your presence. The void left by our missed conversations is a constant struggle. I keep replaying our talks in my mind, trying to hold on to the comfort and joy they once provided.